What was your worst attempt at hitting on someone that actually worked? I was majorly sleep deprived. Hadn't slept in something like 30 hours. Some friends of my roommate came to visit. I wanted to go to sleep, but because there was this mini party of sorts going on just outside my bedroom, I figured I'd join in. Not like I'd be getting any sleep anyway, what with all that racket. We all congregated in the kitchen, having drinks and chatting. I was leaning against the counter. I was standing, my eyes were open, but I was asleep for all intents and purposes. A couple minutes and I realized I had been staring at this girl's heaving, exposed cleavage. I mean just glaring. Openly. In the middle of a group in a brightly lit kitchen. And I had been doing it for at least a minute and a half without even realizing it. My natural reaction was to correct myself by looking away. But what do you do whenever you catch yourself staring? You first look at the person you were staring at to see if they noticed. It's instinctive, right? Well, I tilted my vision up just a bit and sure enough, she was glaring right back at me. It was clear that she was long past the "oh I caught you looking" phase, even past the "holy crap, are you really going to stare at my chest right in front of everybody" phase. No, the look in her eyes said that she was well into the confusion and acceptance phase. Her look said, "You've been staring for so long, and so fearlessly, that I don't know how I should feel." If I had been staring less, she would have thought I was just being a creep, but the fact that I was so shameless, or, in reality, oblivious, about it meant that she didn't know what to think. Normally I would feel horrified, but instead my brain was working so slowly that by the time I started to feel the pinch of guilt I realized that I had been staring even longer, only this time, directly into her gawking, confused eyes. That's when she looked away. It was like I had won a staring contest without even trying. Again, normally I would feel bad about this, worried I was making her uncomfortable or something, but I wasn't playing with a full deck. So I finished my drink and announced I was going to bed, thinking that was the end of that. Instead, a week later, she came over again, only this time I was fully conscious and fully sober. I will spare you the finer, filthier details, but let's just say the hookup was immediate and it was fierce. I got the impression that our first encounter had been so strange to her that she became fixated on trying to figure out who this weird guy was that would do something so audacious. It was the one time in my life when I felt like I got to be that guy, and it worked, only completely without my conscious input.